proud owner of Madeit.com.au, and this is my very first official live on YouTube. And the timing, because I am about to do a 30-day sprint. Hopefully in this time I'm going to be able to work out how I can show you things that so that they're not in reverse. If you know how to do that, just let me know straight away. But what we're working on is that with Madeit, we're the leading handmade marketplace in Australia. And I'm just going to close the door because there's all sorts of noise going on. Now, with this live for 30 days, it means that I may be wandering around the place. So you'll be able to see a little bit of my world. Come here, Ted. Come on. My little puppy in here as well. Come on. Come on, mate. No? All right. So what I'm working on for the next 30 days is that we have just done we're in the process, right, of doing a huge tech upgrade for the platform. And what that means is that we're building out a new artisan dashboard for the platform. And it's actually quite a big deal to do any of this stuff. And I bought Madeit 2 years ago. And when I saw it, it was after I'd actually sold my fashion business. And I was like, wow, this is an incredible match for me. The fact that I've come from e-com, I'm in the land of digital, but I'm also a creative at heart. I built my fashion label, starting in my garage, creating all of my own garments, designing, making all of the stuff. Anyway, so in this journey, it has been absolutely massive to go from being hands-on creative to actually owning a tech platform, which is what we have at Madeit. And the learning has been huge, but over the next 30 days, and I'm going to share quite a bit more about that, but over the next 30 days, we have closed our doors for application, which means that no new artisans can come on the platform. And the reason we're doing that is that when you're introducing new tech, it's really important that you're able to, I guess, focus in on stuff and make sure that you're not fixing new things that might come up, but actually focusing on what's happening on the platform straight away. So it also gives us the opportunity to really dive in deep and focus on the 800 artisans that we have on the platform right now. Anyway, so for the 30-day sprint that I'm about to do, and this is a methodology that is used in software development, but also in business and personal, and it's a way that you can commit to doing something for 30 days and really sticking to it. And even this morning, when I put in my calendar, because I'm going to do an Instagram live each morning, and I'm going to do a YouTube live, but I'm not 100% sure that that's going to be at the same time, just working that out as I go. But I went into my calendar and I went, right, I'm going to put it in my diary and make it a meeting that I'm essentially booked out for and that I see every day. And straight away I went, oh, no, maybe I'll just do Monday to Friday. Maybe it's a bit of a longer 30 days. And that's not the point. For this sprint, I am committing to doing 30 days every day, right? Including the weekends. And this one here is all about when we're going to be opening the doors for the waitlist and which new applicants can actually come and join the platform. And it started off this morning that I went for my walk with my little pup, and I went, wow, that's 40 minutes of my time where I usually listen to something fun, something kind of like tarot. I love listening to tarot readers. But I decided instead this morning to do the other thing that I love to listen to most, and that is learning. And this morning it was with Alex Hormozi. If you don't know him, go check him out. You probably do. He's amazing. But anyway, he had talked about doing videos and really not spending hours trying to make them into trick videos, but being really clear about what the message is that you want to share, and to actually write notes and have that as a reference so that you can go through. So this is my list that I had this morning, and the waitlist that I'm working on. So here's the thing with building a tech platform, right? Is that I love the community in its exact form that it is. But also, in order for us to become really the leading handmade marketplace, and that means taking spot in front of Etsy for Australian artisans, right? And that's really where I want to be. It means that we've got to be really clear about the fact of the traffic that we're bringing to the platform, which is visitors, customers, but also artisans. And it's my job and my responsibility as the owner and the leader of this ship is that we really are focusing on that and making it happen. Now, when I released the waitlist and I sent it through to our warm audience, and of course we got a little uptake, right? But not actually what I was expecting for having these artisans who'd been following us for so long. But it tipped up pretty quickly. So we've already got just under 300 artisans that are on the wait list to join the platform, which is amazing, right? Don't get me wrong. But I also know that if I want to show up and I want to build this differently and I want to create something that hasn't been there before, then it's going to require more than that. And it's going to require me pushing myself outside my comfort zone and me being able to achieve things, because when I achieve things, it means that it's having that ripple effect throughout the whole community, and that they really feel like they can achieve things, or you can achieve things, right? That you didn't think that you could achieve. So I want to share about what I'm actually tracking. Now I'm going to open up my computer here. I'll just turn this while I actually put in my password, of course. But I'm all about spreadsheets, and you may already know that I completely love spreadsheets, right? But it's because you can actually really, I guess, quantify what it is that you're putting in. So with the waitlist that I've created, I've literally got every single day that we've had the waitlist open, and writing in there as well what I might have done on that day in order to change the results. So the first one that we've got here, if I just open it up, is that we kicked off on the 28th of May. And when I kicked off the original waitlist, I just purely changed on our landing page, our selling on Madeit. I changed it to just be join the waitlist, just to see what would happen. But I knew in the background that I was building out a proper landing page that would actually really convert. And our platform was on Shopify, but of course, because we're a marketplace, it's never quite that simple. So it's got a lot more layers. But the reason I love Shopify, and the reason why I was so intent in us being there as a whole, as a platform, is that it empowered me to be able to make changes on the fly and not have to wait for really complex coding and developers to be able to change things and really activate and give the platform breath and life. But it also empowers the team. So the team are able to go in and really manage things on the platform, that if we were on something much more custom built, which is where we'd come from, ASP.NET, oh my goodness, what a nightmare. It meant that the tiniest little thing required so many steps and so many layers in order to change it. And of course, we've got so many other opportunities, aka challenges, that come with being on Shopify. But as a whole, it's been one of the most instrumental changes that we've had with the marketplace. So with building out the landing page, I'm using Zipify Pages, and Ezra Firestone is the creator of Zipify Pages. And talk about going in full circle, but he was who I learnt off in the very first days about Facebook ads. And it was actually with me and a friend of mine, and we split the course because we didn't have enough to do it, Sky from Ruby Olive. And at the time, I think it might have been $1,000 US. That was a huge amount of money for both of us. So we went in, we split it, and we both had access to the account, but we also both learnt to master Facebook ads. So I really love what he does. So I knew straight away that Zipify would be a good one for us to use. And then my coach recommended as well. But the uptake from when we had it on the standard page to when we switched over to Zipify, let me tell you the difference. So in the first days where we had it, we had literally a total of 54 over 6 days. The day that we switched to Zipify, we had 70 people join the waitlist in one day. And I was not expecting those type of results. And it's completely changing my thinking and my approach with landing pages. But anyway, this is a very long roundabout way to share with you what are the analytics that I'm tracking in order to be able to get to that goal. And the goal that I want to achieve as well, I want 2,000 artisans on the waitlist, because you've got to remember, we might have 2,000 artisans on the waitlist, but the number who actually apply will be a much smaller percentage. Now, I'm hoping that it'll be around 30%, and the logistics of even how we onboard and approve that volume of artisans, I'm not sure yet, but what I do know is that that's something that I'm prepared to work out as we go. And yeah, maybe it's another 30-day sprint where I work out all of the things around that. But what I am tracking what I've done to activate things on that day. I am then tracking the number of views to the landing page as well. Then I'm also tracking the conversion of how many people actually joined the waitlist on that day so that we can work out the percentage of people that are actually converting. And if you don't know about conversions and you want to know about it, just pop it in the comments, and maybe on one of these 30-day sprints, we can talk about conversions as well. But then I'm also tracking in Facebook ads, because while there will be so many things that I can do organically, and that's actually something that I want to do over this next 30 days, is how can I build out that wait list where it's not purely dependent on advertising? What are the other things that I can activate? Which is one of the reasons why I want to make sure that I'm showing up here and doing all the things. But within the ads, I'm also tracking the reach, the impressions, the outbound clicks, the percentage of outbound clicks, and also the cost per outbound click. And within that, I can track what percent of the traffic that's going to that particular page is coming from Facebook ads. And I'm hoping that over this night, not hoping, I will, over these next 30 days, change that to understand that Facebook ads will be the smaller portion, because at the moment it is kicked over to be around about 60%. And I'm not okay with that, right? I don't want the business to be that reliant on Facebook ads. So that's part of my 30-day sprint. Anyway, this is me for the first 30-day sprint that we're doing. And I'm counting down, not counting up. I'm doing the Mel Robbins tactics, right? 30, like a spaceship about to take off. So let's see what explodes at the end of the 30 days. I hope you're going to come and join me and do your own 30-day sprint with your own singular focus and your own tracking as well. But share with me what you're up to so that we can become accountability buddies. Have an awesome day. I'll see you tomorrow.